Namaste people, boys and girls, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Sangamitra, welcoming you guys with all my heart one more time. So guys, today's session is gonna be really interesting because today I'm gonna tell you guys how you can sound kind and polite at work, right? So I have been hearing a lot that people don't mean to be rude at work, but when they end up saying a sentence, it sounds like they're actually being really rude. So I'm gonna tell you guys 4 techniques by which you can actually sound very polite at work, and use these techniques because when you're actually trying to have a genuine conversation, or you're genuinely trying to convey something not rudely, and you turn out to sound pretty rude, that's not done, right? So without wasting much time, let's get straight to it. Let me tell you what is the first technique you can use to not sound rude and to actually sound polite at work. So the first technique which you can probably use is you can use models. So when I say models, you can use words like should, would, could, might, right? So these are all models. For example, instead of saying, can you get me a coffee? You can say, could you please get me a coffee? So do you see the difference? How nice it sounds when you actually use models. Or instead of saying, I need these documents by end of day today, you can always say, could you please get me these documents end of day today? Right? So you sound polite, you sound genuinely nice, and you don't sound rude at all when you use models, right? So the next technique which you can actually use is you can use past tense. You can use assertive sentences, or you can use past tense. So for example, past tense sentences which you can probably use is hope, feel, want, wonder, right? Think, I was thinking, I was wondering, I was hoping. So for example, you can, if you're talking to your colleague and there's a deadline and you need to finish up something, you can always say, Rob, we had to finish up this presentation by tomorrow. So I was wondering if you can just meet up and finish this real quick. Right? Instead of saying, can you meet me and we need to finish this real quick, you can say, I was wondering if you can just meet, and if you can just meet and we can finish this, right? So these are past tense. So I was wondering, I was hoping if you could quickly finish this up, right? I was thinking. So these are all past tense sentences which you can use to sound very polite at work. The third technique which you can probably use is you can use vague sentences. So what's a vague sentence? A vague sentence is something which you're not certain about, which you're not sure about. For example, not quite, that's not what I quite said, right? So a bit, a little, so these are all vague sentences. So for example, instead of saying that's not what I said, you can say that's not quite what I said. That's not quite what I said, right? So these are vague sentences. You're actually, trying to say that you're not able to follow, but you're telling it in a real polite way, right? You're not sounding rude at all. The last technique which you can use is you can use questions, right? Instead of, directly saying something which sounds like a command, you can always use questions. For example, instead of saying we need to review this one more time, you can say, don't you think we need to review this one more time, guys? Right? So when you say it that way, when you put it that way, the sentence changes completely, right? So it looks like you're actually trying to get the opinion, and you're not trying to put something or push somebody beyond what they don't want to do, right? So that's pretty much, I thought I'll share this quick video because sometimes it happens, we do not try or we do not want to be rude at work, but when we end up saying a sentence, and you hear it out, it's so different and it's so rude, right? So do use these techniques, guys. So just to recap quickly one more time, what you can use is models, you can use vague sentences, you can use past tense, and you can also use questions, negative questions, right? So that's pretty much I had for today, guys. If you like subscribing, if you're liking my content, you should definitely subscribe to this channel. I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Until next time, take care, stay safe and shine bright.